This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL Championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping themselves coming near side. Can they hit him?
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And Neshannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. And good evening, coming to you live from Bob Ledgy Stadium here at Neshannock High School. WPIL football here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, Neshannock hosting Beaver Falls in a battle for second place in the Class 2A Midwestern Athletic Conference. I'm James Dotson, glad to bring you the action here at lcsportsnet.com and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Kickoff about a half an hour away for this evening's game. But before that, senior night festivities. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to the public address system for the full 46 seniors, football, golf, tennis, band, hockey, volleyball, everything being covered here at Neshannock High School. And with that, let's turn it over to the public address for the senior night festivities.
First across the field is Michael Altmeyer. Michael is the son of Mike and Joanne Altmeyer. He's a member of the varsity baseball team, ski club, and Layups for Lucy committee. Upon graduation, Michael plans to attend a four-year college. Next this evening, we have Iman Holmes Stevenson. He is the son of Emmanuel Holmes and Kelly Kelly. In addition to being a member of our track and field team, he enjoys weightlifting. Upon graduation, Iman plans to attend college and then join the United States Marine Corps. Mason Manis. Mason is the son of Regina Manis and the late Mark Manis. He's a member of the track and field team, and upon graduation, he would like to attend college to continue participating in football, track and field at the collegiate level. Cameron Owens. Cameron is the son of Lard Owens and Shannon Owens. He's a member of the varsity basketball and track and field teams. Cameron's future plans are undecided. Jonathan Pallarino is the son of Rod and Melissa Pallarino. He is a member of FBLA and the Layups for Lucy committee. Upon graduation, Jonathan plans to attend college or university. Landon Schaefer is the son of Greg and Veronica Schaefer. He's a member of National Honor Society, track and field team, and upon graduation, plans to play football at the collegiate level and become an orthopedic surgeon. Kurt Summerfield. Kurt is the son of Kurt Summerfeld and Maria Summerfeld. He is a member of National Honor Society and Layups for Lucy committee. Kurt is also a member of the varsity basketball team, and he plans to attend Penn State University to major in biology. Next this evening, we have the members of our golf team. Samuel Ball. Sam is the son of David and Amy Ball. He's a member of FBLA, National Honor Society, and Layups for Lucy committee. He's also a member of our tennis team, and he plans to attend college to major in computer science upon graduation. Paul Latrena is the son of Ralph and Maria Latrena. He's a member of the Layups for Lucy committee and our varsity basketball team. Upon graduation, Paul is planning to attend college. Bain McGann. Bain is the son of Dr. Robert and Carlene McGann. He's a member of Ski Club, Layups for Lucy Committee, and he plans to attend college upon graduation to major in information technology. And now for the members of our Lancer hockey team. Dom Rocca. Dom is the son of Victor and Stacy Rocca. He's a member of Layups for Lucy Committee, and he plans to attend college to major in safety management. And Emilio Valentine. He is the son of Ron and Chris Valentine. He's a member of the Lawrence County Lightning hockey team and plans to attend college upon graduation. Now for the members of our Lancer girls volleyball team. Maya Morozic. Maya is the daughter of Stephen and Michelle Morozic. She is a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, Peer Leadership, and Governor STEM. Maya also helps coach the junior high volleyball team, and she plans to attend college to major in engineering. Adelaide Watts is the daughter of Josh and Shannon Watts. She's a member of the varsity basketball team and the track and field team. She's also a member of FBLA and National Honor Society. Addie's future plans are undecided at this time. I'm just going to take a moment to recognize the names of our boys' soccer team. Cal Alduke, Colin Doherty, Noah Kalpich, Alex Frazier, Tim Wilkinson, and Andre Arnold. Member of our girls' soccer team at this time, Emma DeRosa. Emma is the daughter of Angelo and Tara DeRosa. She's a teacher's assistant, and upon graduation, Emma plans to attend Slippery Rock University to major in sports management. Lizbeth Lopez is the daughter of Iris Lopez. At this time, her future plans are undecided. Laura Ribby is the daughter of Philip and Sean Lucas. She is currently studying with us as an exchange student from France this year. She's a member of our student government, and upon graduation, she plans to attend university to major in astrophysics or aerospace engineering. I'd also like to recognize two other members of the girls' soccer team, Adeline Hopkins and Sophie Mundikas. Senior members of the cross-country team, Christian Golub. Christian is the son of Gerald and Cheryl Golub. His activities include National Honor Society, FBLA, TSA, forensics, and student government. He's also approaching Eagle Scout for Scouts BSA. Upon graduation, he plans to attend college and major in pre-med. And now for members of our varsity cheerleading squad. Tori Kane. Victoria is the daughter of Brad and Vicki Kane. She's a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, and Layups for Lucy. Upon graduation, Victoria plans to attend West Virginia University or Penn State to major in criminology. Gianna Canciello. Gianna is the daughter of James and Leanne Canciello. She's a member of the varsity soccer team, FBLA, and Layups for Lucy. Gianna also serves as a third grade cheer coach and a lifeguard. Upon graduation, Gianna plans to attend Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Elena Janock. Elena is the daughter of John Janock and Carissa Janock. She's a member of Ski Club and FBLA. She's also a midget cheerleading coach, and upon graduation, she plans to attend college to major in marketing. Mia Hassan. Mia is the daughter of Mark Hassan and Carol Hassan. She's a member of Layups for Lucy Committee, FBLA, and Jennifer Lee's competitive dance team. Mia also serves as the student government secretary and a fourth grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, Mia plans to major in business at the University of Kentucky or the University of Alabama. Autumn Hendry. Autumn is the daughter of John and Kylie Hendry. She's a member of the varsity cross-country team and she also serves as 5th and 6th grade cheer coach and a teacher's assistant. Upon graduation, Autumn would like to attend college to continue cheering and major in early childhood and special education. Abigail Miter. Abigail is the daughter of Lester and Laura Miter. She's a member of Layups for Lucy Committee and FBLA. Abigail also serves as a 5th and 6th grade cheer coach, and upon graduation, she would like to attend college and major in hospitality management. Natalie Marone. Natalie is the daughter of Adam and Julie Marone. She's a member of the varsity soccer team, FBLA, National Honor Society, and Layups for Lucy. Natalie also serves as 3rd grade cheer coach, and she plans to attend college to major in business. Reagan Quimby. Reagan is the daughter of Leonard Quimby and Shayna Ross. She's a competitive cheerleader and a cheerleading coach at NCT All-Stars. She's a member of the Layups for Lucy Committee and plans to attend college upon graduation. Leah Quinn. Leah is the daughter of Chad and Denise Quinn. She's a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, and the Layups for Lucy Committee. Leah serves as a 4th grade cheer coach and upon graduation plans to attend college. Angelina Russo. Angelina is the daughter of T.R. Russo and Missy Russell. She's the student government vice president and a member of the Layups for Lucy Committee. Angelina also serves as a 5th and 6th grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, Angelina would like to attend college to major in business. Skylar Vancevich. Skylar is the daughter of John Vancevich and Erica Hink Jevchek. She's a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, and Layups for Lucy. She's also a 4th grade cheer coach and a cheerleader at NCT All-Stars. Upon graduation, Skylar plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh for pre-physician's assistant studies. And now for our senior Lancerettes, Kelsey Avu. Kelsey is the daughter of Michael and Jennifer Avu. She's a member of National Honor Society and Layups for Lucy Committee. Kelsey is the vice president of the Lancerettes and a competitive dancer at Jennifer Lee's. Upon graduation, Kelsey plans to attend a 4-year college to pursue a degree in business. McKenna Hale. McKenna is the daughter of Craig and Nikki Hale. She's a member of National Honor Society and Rotary Interact Club. Upon graduation, McKenna would like to attend college and study nursing. Haley Harkar. Haley is the daughter of John and Heather Harkar. She's a member of FBLA, National Honor Society, the Secretary of the Lancerettes, Senior Class Vice President, and an EMT trainee. Upon graduation, Haley would like to attend college to major in pre-med. Marissa Sad. Marissa is the daughter of Ted and Tammy Sad. She is part of the Westminster Early College Program and a competitive dancer and teacher with Jennifer Lee's Dance Academy. Upon graduation, Marissa plans to attend Westminster College to pursue a degree in biology with the ultimate goal of obtaining a master's degree as a physician's assistant. And now for the senior members of the Lancer Marching Band. Sam Bessel. Sam is the son of Samuel and Marcy Bessel. He's a member of the National Honor Society, FBLA, Layups for Lucy, Peer Leadership, and is the senior class president. Sam is also a volunteer firefighter for the Neshannock Volunteer Fire Department. Upon graduation, Samuel plans to attend a 4-year college. Victoria Conrad. Victoria is the daughter of Sean and Stephanie Conrad. She's a varsity soccer player, student government representative, grade captain for the marching band, member of the senior high band and choir. She also plays club lacrosse, and upon graduation, plans to attend college to earn a degree in biology and a graduate degree in marine biology. William Fletcher is the son of Mark and Leslie Fletcher. He's a member of the varsity soccer team, jazz band, choir, and concert band. He also works at McDonald's and plans to attend Youngstown State University to major in engineering. Isabella Hassan. Isabella is the daughter of Wynn and Maria Hassan. She's a member of National Honor Society, student government, FBLA, choir, and TSA. Upon graduation, Isabella plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh to major in bioengineering. Lillian Hunt. Lillian is the daughter of Christopher and Marianne Hunt. Upon graduation, Lillian plans to attend college to major in neuroscience and pharmacy. Rachel Croner. Rachel is the daughter of Lou and Chris Croner. She is the choir secretary, a member of the concert band, and a part of the marching band leadership. Rachel also volunteers at a local church and has been involved in numerous musical festivals. Upon graduation, Rachel plans to attend college to major in music therapy. Hannah Quat. Hannah is the daughter of Josh and Kathy Quat. She's a member of the cross-country team, National Honor Society, FBLA, concert band, TSA, and treasurer of the senior high choir. Upon graduation, Hannah plans to attend college to major in civil engineering. Devin Mong. Devin is the son of Norbert and Bonnie Mong. In addition to marching band, he's a member of the jazz band, honors band, and concert band. Upon graduation, Devin plans to attend college. Jacob Pino. Jacob is the son of David and Lori Pino, and upon graduation, plans to attend college to pursue a career in automotive design. Lorenzo Scarinati. Lorenzo is the son of Anthony and Monica Scarinati. He's a member of concert band, choir, TSA, and National Honor Society. Lorenzo is a Life Scout in Neshannock's Troop 743, working to reach the rank of Eagle. Upon graduation, Lorenzo plans to attend college. I would also like to recognize Nick Zakevich, a senior member of our marching band who is unable to be here this evening. Congratulations to the 2021 Fall Sports Seniors. The administration, faculty, staff, and parents of the Neshannock Township School District wish the class of 2022 the best of luck. Thank you for your kind attention this evening.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Night festivities here at Neshannock High School on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Powered by LCAP. This is the Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George pregame show for tonight's game between Neshannock and Beaver Falls. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George keeping promises. For over 80 years, your insurance company not always on your side, but the law offices of LGKG are. Visit them online for your free consultation, lgkg.com. Big game for second place here in the Midwestern Athletic Conference. Beaver Falls 4-1 in the conference, 4-3 overall. Neshannock also at 4-1 in conference play, 7-1 overall. Both teams coming in on 4-game winning streaks for the Tigers and for the Lancers. And before we get into dissecting this game tonight, I want to send out our thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the entire Bledgy family. Bob Bledgy, the longtime athletic director, coach, teacher, working for the district for over 50 years, passed away yesterday morning. Bob Bledgy, the stadium dedicated for him 12 years ago, was a head coach for 21 seasons, leading this team to 5 Tri-County championships here at Neshannock, and then a 20-year stint as athletic director here at Neshannock High School. Passed away yesterday morning after a long battle with illness, and somebody who mentioned he's worked with the district for 50 years and continued to come to sporting events at Neshannock High School long after his retirement from athletic director. Thoughts and prayers with him. As somebody who will always be with this Neshannock football program and the entire Neshannock school district as a whole. Our condolences go out to his wife, Pat, to his entire family. Doug Bledgy, his son, always with him at the stadium. He is here tonight, as he would always be, and probably as his father would have wanted him to be, to enjoy Friday night football here at Neshannock High School. Doug and his grandson, and Bob's grandson, Mark, here in attendance this evening. Bob Ledgy, a stint of over 200 games coached in those 20 seasons. And we'll be glad to have hopefully some more thoughts and memories even as this game goes along. But with that, we're going to turn it down to the field level as the Neshannock Marching Band on the field under the direction of Drum Major Sam Bessel, Director Kim Heim, for our national anthem.
At this time, would you please direct your attention to the scoreboard as we honor the memory of Bob Ledgy, our stadium's namesake and loyal friend in Neshannock High School for 60 years. Following a life well lived and surrounded by his loving family, Bob passed away yesterday afternoon. Bob arrived at Neshannock High School in the fall of 1960 as a history teacher and assistant football coach. Prior to, Bob was recruited to Texas A&M by the legendary coach Bear Bryant. Soon thereafter, his love for then-girlfriend Pat brought him back home and to Westminster College. Over the 60 years Bob was associated with Neshannock, he served as a teacher, assistant football coach, head football coach for over 20 years, athletic director, site manager, track official, resident historian, and a friend. A former player never visited town without stopping at Bledge's house to reminisce. Bob had an extensive knowledge of Lancer athletics and was well known for being an avid storyteller of all things NHS. If you wanted the answer, you asked Bob. Although his love for our school district was undeniable, his love for his family was even more evident. Though humble, Bob talked of his wife Pat, daughter Alexis, and sons Greg and Doug proudly and lovingly. His grandchildren were the gleam in his eye. Bob is a legendary Lancer. He will be missed by all generations. And at this time, please pause for a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you, and please continue standing for the playing of the Neshannock Alma Mater.
our national anthem and alma mater here at Neshannock High School. Special dedication for Coach Bledgy and working with the district and a part of the district basically his entire life. You know, a nice touching moment there on the field, and you're going to see it all night long as well, as Neshannock will be wearing sticker decals on the back of the helmet in memory of Bob Bledgy, the longtime coach, 20-plus years, athletic director for 20 years as well. It's a nice touching part there from Coach Mazzacco as well. And again, our thoughts and prayers to the entire Bledgy family. And, you know, mentioned that Doug and Mark were here this evening. The entire Bledgy family wanted to come tonight. That just tells you how much Neshannock means to the entire family in the Bledgy household. So a shout out to them, because we know they are also at home watching during this tough time, because again, Neshannock sports means that much to the entire family. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them, and we will have Bob Bledgy in our thoughts all evening and through the rest of this season and beyond for sure. But with that, let's take a look at our competition tonight between Beaver Falls and Neshannock. Again, both teams 4-1 in the Midwestern Athletic Conference, 4-game winning streaks for both schools. And when you look at this game, you look at the fact that Neshannock has played these last 4 games, well, shorthanded is the best way to put it. They lost their top passer, rusher, and receiver when they lost to Mohawk a month ago. They've since got the quarterback, Kurt Sommerfeld, back the last 2 weeks. He's done very well in throwing the football, especially to Johnny Huff. 3 touchdowns for the 2 of them in the last 2 weeks of play. But the running game especially hasn't missed a beat, mainly due to the fact that you have the little big man getting it done in Peyton Weaver. 8.5 yards per carry and 11 touchdowns now on the season for him. And you also have the bruiser in Matt Iannelli getting the job done. Last week, though, it was a bit of a nail-biter early as Neshannock spotted New Brighton a 13-0 lead. A couple of first-quarter turnovers leads to 2 New Brighton scores, but Neshannock able to respond. 33 straight points. They end up winning that game by 2 touchdowns on the road. Mason Manis with a scoop and score that gave Neshannock the lead for good late in that second quarter. And I think the turnover battle is going to be really big tonight, as it is in any high school game, obviously, but especially with a Beaver Falls team that if they create the turnovers, it's usually a house call, normally taking it back for scores or getting it deep into opposing territory. So keep that in mind. The turnover battle crucial tonight, and also the fact that Neshannock they've struggled at times early in the game. It's falling behind and having to work their way back. And again, I think that starting quickly will be key for the Lancers tonight. Beaver Falls, let's take a look at their offense real quick as they get ready to take the field here this evening. Beaver Falls certainly not the ground and pound team that we saw 1 season ago. A couple of 1,000-yard rushers no longer with the program, but more balanced as a result. Quarterback Jaron Brickner, a junior, now with 1,300 yards on the year, 13 touchdowns in the air, and another 8 on the ground. Does a little bit of everything. Running back last week, Isaiah Aschenbacher. Running game has struggled at times, but he had 200 yards and a couple of scores. He has 8 touchdowns on the season, does Aschenbacher. The other guy you're going to watch for in the air and on the ground, Trey Singleton, 5 touchdowns each way. And actually 5 rushing touchdowns on just 9 carries as the Lancers in the tunnel, awaiting to be unleashed. Coach DePorzio lets him go, and here come the Lancers out onto the field. Fun new tradition here at Neshannock High School. Second place on the line here tonight, and still a shot at the Midwestern Athletic Conference Championship to the winner of tonight's contest. If Neshannock wins, they can claim for sure or they would still have it in their own destiny as they will travel, to Laurel next week for that big season finale. Beaver Falls with a win tonight would then become Lancer fans next week to try to get the co-conference championship. Beaver Falls under fifth-year head coach Nick Nardone, an Elwood City graduate. Head coach at a young age, teacher at Beaver Falls. Played a linebacker and defensive back, actually, at Lafayette University. He and this Beaver Falls team, the defending WPIAL champions. Lancer band exiting the field. Captains will be coming to midfield for the ceremonial coin toss. Captains coming out for Beaver Falls are Makai Clark, Tyler Kane, Quadir Thomas, and Anthony Kosar. For Neshannock, Landon Schaefer, Iman Holmes, Jonathan Pallarino, and Kurt Sommerfeld. Getting their final instructions at midfield. The other games across the county tonight: Rochester at Shenango, Union at Burgettstown, Newcastle hosting Shar Valley, Wilmington at Mercer, Elwood City hosting Laurel, and Freedom hosting Mohawk. Beaver Falls won the toss and they elect to receive, so let's take a look now at our starting lineups. We'll start with the Neshannock defense for your starting lineups here this evening. The starting defense for the Neshannock Lancers: defensive ends Landon Schaefer and Mason Manos. The tackle is Iman Holmes, with outside linebackers Jonathan Pallarino and Matt Ionilli. The inside linebackers this evening: Jackson Billick and Pat Argero. And in the secondary, cornerbacks Braden Huff and Johnny Huff. Safeties Kurt Sommerfeld and Anthony Bonner. Your starting lineups brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Casa Realty. People you know, people you trust. Carter DeVivo will boot it away for Neshannock. We'll look at the Beaver Falls offense here in a moment. Two players standing at their 10-yard line. Aschenbacher and I believe it's number 9, Quadir Thomas on the far side. Tight set on the kickoff. DeVivo to boot it away, and we are underway here from Bob Ledgy Stadium. Short kick will be taken at the 18-yard line by Aschenbacher. Tries to go to the far sideline, cuts up field, and he'll be wrapped up. Still fighting forward, though, in the rugby scrum. He'll get out to about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for Beaver Falls, as we take a look at the Tigers' offense here this evening. A quarterback, Jaron Brickner, as we mentioned, with over 20 touchdowns on the year. Isaiah Aschenbacher, 200 yards on the ground a week ago. Trey Singleton all over the field. Quadir Thomas, Makai Clark, the wide receivers. Tight end is Tyler Kane, and the offensive line, Dejua Gilmo, Dejon Butts, Connor Paolucci, Anthony Kosar, and Thomas Tutwiler. Mark it at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. In the gun is Brickner. Brings the man in motion, and it will be the 10th carry of the year for the speedy Trey Singleton. Cuts inside. He'll get past the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on 1st down on the jet sweep. Again, with plays like that, you wonder why he hasn't gotten more touches in the ground game. Now 10 carries on the year, but 5 have gone for touchdowns. 2nd down and 3 to go, according to the brand new scoreboard here, breaking it out this evening at Neshannock High School. Tight set. Motion going the other way, and handoff going to Makai Clark. He cuts upfield. He's got a 1st down out to the 43-yard line. Pair of 7-yard gains in the first down of the game. Give another shout out real quick to Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. Our pregame show brought to you by LGKG, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers. They've been keeping promises for over 80 years. Check out lgkg.com to get your free consultation. Brickner in the gun. Again, Singleton, the motion man, fake to him. They're going to go into the flat to Singleton. Some space in front of him. Cuts inside, gets sandwiched by a trio of Lancer defenders. Jackson Billick in amongst them. But a gain out to midfield. 3 plays, 3 7-yard gains. Jaron Brickner, an efficient 78 of 142 passing on the year as well. Ball right at midfield, first possession of the game. Bit of a single wing look. And it'll go jet sweep, keep for Brickner, near side. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 40, and still fighting for it. He gets hit at the 35, and a flag thrown late as they're going to get Pallarino for a late hit out of bounds. And that's a tough one because even though Brickner was probably had a foot on the sideline, he's still running forward like he's running down the field. That'll be a tough break for Neshannock as that's going to go as a 14-yard gain and then a 15-yard personal foul penalty. So march the ball all the way down the field. Down to the 22-yard line. Based on that, they actually marked it as a 14-yard penalty. Another jet sweep action, trying to get to the outside. This time it's Thomas. He's going to bounce forward, and he'll be close to the sticks. It'll depend on the mark, but it looks like Kadir Thomas is going to get a first down. Third first down of this opening drive for Beaver Falls. Tight formation, 1st and 10 from the 12. Singleton in motion, fake to him. Brickner goes right end, cuts towards the pylon, dragging tacklers. He'll get down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. 7 yards or more on every single play on this opening drive for Beaver Falls. Second down and 2 at the 4-yard line as Beaver Falls has entered the red zone. Check out the red zone, redzonesports.com. Check them out on Facebook just up the road on Wilmington Road here in Neshannock Township. Thomas will get the jet sweep. Plants the right foot, and he's into the end zone with the 4-yard touchdown run. Seven-play drive. Kadir Thomas, his first rushing touchdown of the season. Beaver Falls on the board first. It'll be Tyler Kane to attempt the point after. High snap, barely get the ball down. Actually, they didn't get it down in time, and the kick is off the mark, no good. 6-0 Beaver Falls with the lead. We'll be back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Seven plays, 71 yards on that scoring drive. Kadir Thomas, the 4-yard run. Beaver Falls with the early lead. Now Neshannock to get their first possession. High short kick is going to be taken by Weaver at the 26-yard line. Running up the middle, nice moves out to the 44-yard line. That's where Neshannock will take over 1st and 10, and here's the Neshannock Lancer offense. And now for your starting lineups, brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Visit them online at castle-realty.com. The guards for Neshannock: Mason Manos and Iman Holmes. The tackles: Landon Schaefer and Jackson Mazzacco. Michael Altmaier is the center. The tight end: Aiden Schaefer in the slot. Johnny Huff with wide receivers Carter DeVivo and Ronnie DeMace. The running back, Peyton Weaver, 11 touchdowns on the year, joined in the backfield by senior quarterback Kurt Sommerfeld. Right edge on this first play, trying to get to the corner, and good job to avoid a block in the back, but he's going to get lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage is Sommerfeld. No gain on that play. Looking at the Beaver Falls defensive front, Damian Lee, Samori McCoy, and Anthony Kozar on that defensive line, and you'll see the defensive backs, Singleton, Clark, and Thomas especially, as well as Adamson, all over the field for the Tigers defense. No gain, maybe a gain of a half a yard for Sommerfeld on first down. DeVivo, the man in motion, and a collision in the backfield. Somehow the handoff still gets to the bulldozer as DeVivo in motion ended up getting bumped into with Weaver. But a good job for Weaver just to get back to the 49-yard line, and will make it a manageable 3rd down and 6. Thanks again to Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, our sponsors for the starting lineups here this evening. Two receivers each way. Weaver, the sidecar to the right. DeVivo, the receiver at the bottom of the screen. That's the tight end Schaefer in motion to the left. One-step drop, ball down the field, and it's going to drift just a bit too high out of the reach of Ronnie DeMace as the corner on that far side, Adamson, was actually sneaking in a little bit. Good idea on the pass, but airmailed just a little bit, and it'll be a 3 and out for Neshannock. Matt Ionelli will boot it away for Neshannock. Return man standing at his 20-yard line is Trey Singleton. High snap, Ionelli, good ups to get to it, but the punt is altered as a result, and this one's not going to be a good one. It's going to be just a 2-yard punt. That means Beaver Falls, great field position. I guess technically Neshannock flipped the field from the 49 to the 49, but not the way you would want to see it if you were a Lancer fan. So here comes Beaver Falls, their second possession. Mind you, coming up at the half, we'll have marching band performances from both the Tigers and the Lancers, and we'll also have the Trib Live High School Sports Network halftime show. Don Rebel, Chris Harlan, taking a look at the playoff picture. We are in the stretch run, just 2 weeks left to go. That's the Trib Live High School Sports Network halftime show presented by SE Tire and Export Tire. Rickner in the gun. He'll drop back on 1st and 10. Looking to the flat, pump there, now up the middle. He's got some room. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage across midfield for a gain of 3. Turning something out of nothing was Brickner on his 3rd carry of the game. And into Lancer territory. Jackson Billick, amongst others, in there on the tackle. Billick, the leading tackler on the year with Matt Ionelli. We'll send 2 receivers each way on 2nd down and 7. Play action, rolling to his left to Singleton, throw to the flat and hit right as the ball was caught. And what's the ruling? They will say it is an incomplete pass as the tight end never had full possession of the football. It was Kadir Thomas coming into the flat. Making the big stick was Braden Huff, and I think the right call made as he never had possession. Of course, the Lancer faithful below us will say otherwise. If nothing else, though, a big momentum play possibly for Neshannock and their faithful all dressed in white here on senior night. Getting loud on 3rd down and 7. And did they get the play or did they get the timeout called in time? Yes, they did. Timeout. Beaver Falls is Pontius Insurance timeout. The teams are going to the sideline. Discuss with their coach what their needs are. Well, guess what? That's exactly what you get at Pontius Insurance, putting their attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online, pontiusinsurance.com, and love the life you live, worry-free. Glad you could join us here at lcsportsnet.com. Producers Brad Schaefer, Aaron Vigiano. We got the full crew out tonight, folks. Running social media tonight, Robbie Natel. On camera, Christian Cassie, Rachel Bowen, Dom Summers, JoJo Morozek. A little bit of everything here tonight at Neshannock High School. Volleyball playoffs starting next week. We'll have select games here at lcsportsnet.com. We'll get more into that as the night goes along. Union, their first round game on Tuesday. Elwood City has a prelim game on Monday. Shenango, Neshannock, and Laurel all with first round volleyball matches on Wednesday. Out of the timeout, tight formation, receiver each way in the pistol. Brickner rolling out to his left. Now coming to his near side, flushed out of the pocket, throw on the run, and it's going to be caught coming back to the ball, but now knocked away. I think just in the last second, Kurt Sommerfeld able to knock it out of Kadir Thomas's hands. Lancer coaches asking for a flag for a hold, but none given, and there's a player down on the near sideline as well for the Lancers. So after a 2-yard punt, the Neshannock defense able to hold firm, but now taking an eye on the injured Lancer right in front of his own bench at the 45-yard line. And that's Pat Argero getting to his feet. A little bit lame. Coming to the sideline, he'll take a seat on the bench. Sophomore been playing well here at the linebacker position in this second half of the season. He'll get checked out. But Neshannock able to do their job on defense and force a punting situation, though it does look like that is the Beaver Falls offense still out on the field on 4th and 7. But Coach Nargone with the gamble early. Brickner again, play action. He's going to roll back to his and throw it back to the right. Jump ball down the field. It's going to be incomplete. A little bit too high for Trey Singleton, so a gamble from Beaver Falls, and the Neshannock defense forces the 4 and out. Interesting sequence there. And now Neshannock will get that good field position right back, basically right where they punted it away at the 48-yard line. And that gives us a quick moment to give a shout out to our friends at Joseph's Marketplace. I remind you about the 15th annual seafood sale coming up in December. Mark your calendars, December 15th. You won't want to miss it. josephsnc.com for more details. High snap, little forward pitch going to Johnny Huff. He'll get across midfield for a 3-yard gain, but a flag thrown right at the snap, which will tell you likely a procedure penalty coming here against Neshannock. Wonder if Huff might have been the receiver on the offensive line when he went in motion. There it is, illegal shift, so maybe not everybody getting set. So that'll move the Lancers back. By the way, our officiating crew, John Dudo, the referee, Brian McCash is the umpire, head linesman Ron Churchin, line judge is Chuck Costanza, Craig Fontana, the back judge, and Rich Arafito is the side judge. After the penalty, it'll be first down, 15 to go. Weaver, handoff up the middle. Able to break away from one, but he's going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's coming right up the gut was number 28, Bricks Rawl. No gain, actually, they'll say a loss of one on first down. Second drive of the game for Neshannock here in this battle for second place in the Midwestern Athletic Conference. Summerfeld, play action. He's going to loft one down the middle of the field, has a man open, and it's just over his hands. Johnny Huff was streaking right down the middle of the field, and that's two passes now that Summerfeld has left just slightly high. You like the play call. Great play fake, too, from the quarterback, Kurt Summerfeld, on that one. We mentioned in the pregame show, he and Huff have combined for 3 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. Referee's asking to reset the play clock. Now they finally do. Third down, 15 to go. Handoff on 3rd and long, right up the gut, quick hitter and a first down. 3rd and 16, give it to the little big man. Down at the 40-yard line, needed 16, he got 17. That's a big momentum first down for the Lancers. There's Kurt Summerfeld, as we mentioned, missed a couple of games. Since he's come back, though, running this Neshannock offense to a T. 10 total touchdowns on the season. He's going to send 3 receivers to the right here on 1st and 10. High snap, handoff, trying to get to the outside as Weaver actually plants his foot, cuts inside. Nifty move to get upfield and get a 4-yard pickup. 4 carries for 24 yards for the 5'8", 175-pound junior. Mark it at the 36-yard line. DeVivo and Huff in formation to the right. Fake. Summerfeld keeps it up the middle. Big hole! 20, 10. He's gone. Everybody fooled on that one, and Summerfeld takes it 36 yards to the house. Neshannock ties it up. So now DeVivo on to attempt the extra point. Summerfeld to hold. Snap is back, but there was motion before. Kick is good. It is a neutral zone infraction. They will retry, and it looks like they will move it up to the 1.5-yard line. A lot of teams choose not to do that, but Neshannock will push it up. Snap back, kick is up, right down Broadway, and now Neshannock with a 7-6 lead and a flag thrown late as Aiden Schaefer was down on the ground being held down, it looked like, by Anthony Kosher of Beaver Falls. The refs will take a look at the penalty while you take a look at a word from our sponsors. We'll take a break, be back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
7-6 Neshannock after that 5-play scoring drive. Personal foul against Beaver Falls on the point after attempt, which means the kick will take place from the 45-yard line of Beaver Falls. And you wonder, at this position, do you consider just a little squib or even like a onside? Even if you don't recover it, you're not giving great field position to the opposition. And instead we'll try to kick it deep and get it into the end zone. It'll be taken at the 1-yard line, bobbled there by Beaver Falls, and that's going to work even better than the surprise onside kick. Matt Iannelli making the tackle on Aschenbacher at the 7-yard line. Coach Mazzocco saying, we'll pin them deep. Trust our defense, the 5th best defense in Class 2A, allowing just 9 points per contest. Beaver Falls, 7-play scoring drive on their first possession, a 4 and out. The last time they had the football, now in the shadow of their own goalposts. Richter, the pistol set, handoff. Aschenbacher is his first carry. Spin move to get across the 10-yard line. Nice pickup of 5 yards for Isaiah Aschenbacher. Mentioned a big week last week. 200 yards on the ground, couple of scores against Freedom. For the most part, the running game has not been the way of the Tiger this season. Stark contrast to last year where you had a pair of 1,000-yard rushers on that WPIAL championship team. We approach the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. Pistol set, they'll again give it to Aschenbacher. Good cut up the middle. First down, now breaking outside and gets out to the 20-yard line. First down. And a whistle for a moment. That just to move the chains out to the 20-yard line after the pickup of 8 for Isaiah Aschenbacher. The junior listed at 6'3", 205 pounds. Definitely not your prototypical body for a high school running back. Now I pause for a moment as the officials having a discussion, not sure what for. Now Beaver Falls heading towards the sideline. So while they get that sorted out, I want to give you one last chance. Tomorrow's the last day, the inaugural WPIAL food drive. Member schools of the WPIAL are competing to see who can raise the most meals for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. For every 1¼ pounds of food donated, 1 meal can be provided, and for every $1 donated, 5 meals can be provided. Visit pittsburghfoodbank.org/WPIAL to donate now and help your school win a WPIAL award. Quick throw on 1st and 10 to the outside, caught by Singleton, and he's going to fight forward, stay in bounds, and he'll get past the 30 for a first down. Gain of 12 on the play for Singleton. At last count, Union was leading Class 1A still and was overall ranked in the top 10. Mohawk was leading Class 3A at last check as well, inside the top 20 overall. But all those food donations will count, as will any monetary donations through tomorrow night. Quick pass coming near side, again finding Singleton. Makes a man miss, look out! Stiff arm, cross midfield before he's dragged down by the shoulder pads. Hanging on and making the touchdown saving tackle was the safety, Kurt Sommerfeld. Get the ball into Singleton's hands. That seems to be the name of the game right now for Beaver Falls. 24 yards on that pickup. From the shadow of their own goalposts, 3 straight first downs. Now the Tigers in Lancer territory. Tight set. In the pistol is Brickner. Handoff. Ashbacher tries to break outside. Able to get away from the first rusher, but he'll lose yards into the backfield. First man in there was Mason Manis, causing the disruption. It'll be a loss of 3. Austin King will get credit for the official tackle. Second down, 13. Tight set, Ashbacher handoff again, and he's met right in the hole by Jackson Billick. Big stick Billick, no gain on the play. So 3rd and long now coming for Beaver Falls. Less than a minute to play in the opening frame. Eight on the play clock, and it looks like Beaver Falls is going to have to let this run down and take another Pontius Insurance timeout with 16 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com. Love the life you live, worry-free. How about this? Our Crane Room scoreboard is up on the Jumbotron as well here at Neshannock High School. Grab a seat at the bar, the dining room, or the loft, or even outside on the patio. Maybe not tonight. Maybe a little cold for that one, but there's always plenty of room for you at the Crane Room. Stop by before or after the game. Call in your to-go orders and visit them online at www.craneroom.com for full details and their full menu. Real quick, one last time about that WPIAL food drive. Remember, you can get your donations in through tomorrow evening to help your school, and the winning school in each of the 6 classifications will be recognized at the WPIAL Sportsmanship Summit coming up in a little over a month. Leave that summit at the end of November. Beaver Falls with 16 seconds remaining took the opening drive right down the field. 7-play scoring drive to start the game. This coming will be the 7th play of the current drive. Quentin Adamson was in there. He checks out, and Ashbacher back in the backfield on 3rd and long. Ashbacher going into the flat, flowing down the middle of the field, and that one's going to be just out of the reach. A burst of speed at the end from Kadir Thomas, but just a little bit too far out in front. And another whistle. Some discussion going on. Looks like everything's back to normal, and it'll be 4th and 13 with 9 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Johnny Huff, the deep man, standing at his own 20. Brickner, the normal quarterback. Keep an eye on that. He's back to punt for Beaver Falls. Snap is back. Good end-over-end kick, and a fair catch is going to be called for by Huff, backpedaling at the 11-yard line. And Neshannock will have time for one final play here in this opening quarter. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show, break down tonight's contest. We'll give out our LCAP player of the game, as well as our Mainly Chiropractic play of the game. Don't forget to tune in afterwards for recaps not only of this contest, but of every big game across the WPIL this evening. All the scores on the Trib Live High School Sports Network scoreboard show. Visit them at tribhssn.triblive.com. DeMace, the wide receiver at the top of the screen to Beaver, the man in motion. They'll fake to him, handoff up the gut, big hole, and if not for the turf monster, Weaver might have been making another long run. He gets out to the 20-yard line for an 8-yard gain, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Weaver's upset, but the scoreboard says his Lancers are up 7-6 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Did you know that 300,000 people in southwestern Pennsylvania are food insecure, including nearly 80,000 children? Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is here to meet this need. Through school breakfast and lunch, backpack, and summer food programs, the food bank's mission is to end hunger in our region. To learn more information, get help, or donate, call 412-460-FOOD or visit pittsburghfoodbank.org. Let's come together to make sure no child goes to bed hungry.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
The Lancer Marching Band bringing us back here at Neshannock High School, Bob Ledgy Stadium, our venue for tonight's contest. Beaver Falls scored first. Neshannock a response on their second drive of the evening. Third drive of the game for Neshannock. This time Huff in motion, fake to him, handoff, nice hole, right up the gut, and again fighting forward is Peyton Weaver. They'll mark it down at the 33-yard line for a gain of 13. The last 4 carries for Weaver have gone for 17, 4, 8, and 13. And a nice seal on that left edge from the offensive line. Not the biggest hole in the world, but you don't need the biggest gap when your running back is 5'8", 175. Continue to get more score updates as they come across. Laurel and Wilmington each holding 14-0 leads. And Neshannock with a 7-6 lead here. Fake. Big hole again for Summerfeld. Trying to come to the near sideline. He's going to get away from Singleton, get to the 45, and step out of bounds. Back-to-back plays for a Lancer first down. Lancer student section all decked out in white. We had a great student section battle last night between the Lancers and the Spartans. Weaver's going to bounce this one outside. Lower his shoulder and lower the boom. It goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Great run right in the face of your camera right there here at lcsportsnet.com across midfield, and that's a pickup of 6 on first down. Neshannock staying ahead of the chains so far in this drive. Unofficially, Weaver, 7 carries, 51 yards. I have the Neshannock official stats next to us. We'll compare. Weaver getting the handoff, not much room this time. He's going to lose yards as he's dragged down in the backfield by Anthony Kosar, one of the senior captains for this Beaver Falls team. Mark it at the 48. No gain. And a third down upcoming now for Neshannock. All runs on this drive so far for Neshannock. Summerfeld, senior quarterback, gets the call. Breaks the huddle. 10 on the play clock. Huff the man in motion, fake to him. Weaver up the middle, bounces off his own man, gets the first down across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. Needed 4, he picked up 10, and he basically bulldozed right over his own man. I think he sent senior Iman Holmes to the deck. but another third down run. And Lancers now 2 of 3 on third down conversions. Early second quarter. Huff the man in motion from the slot. Fake up the middle and a whistle and a flag. Pre-snap penalty. And procedure against Neshannock. 3 penalties now against Neshannock for 25 yards. Beaver Falls, 2 penalties for 16 yards. It'll make it 1st and 15, but folks, where they've marked it, it's 1st and 14, and the officials did see it. They only marked off a 4-yard penalty. So while they fix that up, give us a chance to give a shout out to the Red Zone Sports, making us all cozy with our LC SportsNet hoodies. Make sure you check out all the crazy stuff they got there. Pink out attire, Halloween attire, anything you could ask for Lawrence County. Pittsburgh Steelers, Westminster College, it's all there just up the road on Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Iannelli in the backfield, fake to him. Big hole for Summerfeld. What a cut up the middle. Inside the 20, comes near side, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon, and he's in there. Kurt Summerfeld, 44 yards. Another house call for the quarterback. His 5th rushing score of the season. Lancers extending their lead. That play all first with the blocking up front, the big cut at about the 35-yard line, and a good job too. Aiden Schaefer blocking downfield, avoiding the block in the back as Summerfeld made that cut. Low snap, Summerfeld's going to try to throw it, and that's going to be intercepted. Nothing that can be done for the return, though Schaefer making sure of that with the tackle. So conversion no good, but Neshannock with another Summerfeld touchdown lead, 13-6. Here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. 7-play, 88-yard scoring drive for Neshannock. They now boot it away. High, short kick, going to bounce on the 20-yard line, and still on the ground, and finally, Beaver Falls is just going to fall on it. Smart play there in the back line by Kadir Thomas to just fall on it and give Beaver Falls possession right at the 20-yard line. Summerfeld, 4 carries, 93 yards, and a pair of touchdowns for Neshannock. Beaver Falls went right down the field on their first drive of the game. Haven't been able to do too much since. We'll see what they bring to the table now on their 4th possession of the night. Receiver each way in the tight formation. Brickner, student body left, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be met by fellow number 11 at about the 23-yard line and dragged out of bounds for a short gain. Summerfeld on the initial hit. That scoring recap, by the way, brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. over 100 years of serving the Newcastle area and still growing. How about their new cafe and bakery? You can place your own to-go order there as well, josephsnc.com. Brickner in the pistol set now on 2nd and 8. Quick throw to the flat, caught by Singleton. Tries to make a man miss and swarm tackled. That's Braden Huff, as well as Iman Holmes and Kurt Sommerfeld in on the stick. Good pickup will make it a 3rd and manageable. Call it 3rd and 3. Brickner now 4 of 6 passing the ball, and all of those 4 receptions have gone to Trey Singleton. Tight set. Ashbacher to the left of the quarterback. Singleton will get the jet sweep look, trying to go far sideline. He's upended. Short of the line to gain. Good job to keep his feet, but he's finally brought down. This is Braden Huff again making the tackle. And it's going to be 4th and short. Give a gain of 2 on the carry for Singleton. Oh, they marked it all the way out to the 30. A generous spot, and the look on the student section faces tells it all. They gave him the first down. So the first 3rd down conversion of the evening for Beaver Falls. Fake the jet sweep up the middle, big hole for Ashbacher. Lowers his shoulder, and he's going to get out to the 40. No doubt about this one, 11-yard gain and the first down. Gain of 11 out to the 41-yard line as the clock winds here in quarter number 2. Battle for 2nd place. Laurel currently leading 20-6. That score down there, don't be alarmed. Flip-flopped on that. Laurel leading Elwood 20-6. Handoff Ashbacher up the middle, not much room this time. Mason Manos swallows him up after a short gain. Ashbacher averaging 6 carries per game. That was his 6th of the opening half here tonight. Good to see Pat Ardro back out there after going down with an injury as well for Neshannock. Kadir Thomas lining up as a tight end on the left side of the formation. Dropping back, fake to the flat. Now they do finally throw it to the flat, and able to get away from one man, but not the second, is the receiver Ashbacher out of the backfield, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. First man in there on the tackle was Johnny Huff. Had a bunch of Lancers coming in to help him defensively. Loss of 2 on the completion to Ashbacher. Getting loud, camera shaking. Throw is going to be caught at the 47-yard line, but stuck immediately. Good defensive play by Braden Huff. The Huffs at the quarterback position. As we take a look real quick on the sideline, number 50, see if we can get his helmet. Austin King's helmet there. The paint coming off of the helmet as he's tended to by Barb Kennard. Look at that helmet. Look at all that paint coming off. That's beautiful. That tells you he's been in the middle of a bunch of big plays for that Lancer team. King will stay on the sideline on 4th down, and the offense will also stay on the field for Beaver Falls. Snap back. Throw towards the sideline. It's going to be intercepted by Huff near midfield. Going down the sideline, gets a block. He's still going, and he's going to finally get knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Braden Huff with a couple of big plays. Looked like Brickner and Singleton maybe not on the same page on the pass. Only the 6th time Brickner has been picked off this year, but that one big for Neshannock as they take it down to the 30-yard line. Great field position coming for the Lancers. So with 4:54 remaining in this first half, Neshannock with possession at the 30. Try to pitch it to the outside, and I believe we had motion again against Neshannock. Ronnie DeMace, the wide receiver, little too antsy. Newcastle Chartiers Valley, a big game. Win with that one tonight. Canes would be in the postseason. Tough time getting this play in, and Neshannock's going to be forced to take a Pontius Insurance timeout. Visit them online, Pontius insurance.com. Again, reminder, coming up next week at lcsportsnet.com, the WPIL volleyball playoffs will be underway. We're going to get to a couple of games on Wednesday for sure. Hopefully some others coming up. Make sure you stay tuned at lcsportsnet.com. Hello there to some of our seniors being honored tonight at Neshannock High School. Special thanks to our entire Lawrence County SportsNet crew, especially to the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, our powering sponsor here this evening and all season long. Visit them online at lcap.org. That's lccap.org, and see how you can help enhance the quality of life of everybody within Lawrence County. Out of the timeout, 3 receivers set. Weaver to the right of Summerfeld. Fake to him, throw down the seam, and it's going to be intercepted. Jumping in front of the route was number 3, Makai Clark, looking for blockers in front of him. He's going to get out to the 40 before he's dragged down by the shirt by Peyton Weaver. And it looked like a man going up the seam, Johnny Huff, had a step, but the throw just a little bit too flat, and a great play from Clark to get the turnover right back. So in the turnover battle, 1 apiece. Neshannock going for the home run ball, with the pass just off the mark. So Beaver falls back out onto the field, 1st and 10. Still plenty of time, 1 timeout remaining for the Tigers. Pistol set, handoff, Ashbacher trying to bounce outside. Now he's going to direct traffic going to the far sideline. Has men in front, look out across midfield. Stiff arm to the 40, tiptoeing the sideline down to the 30. Looked like a backyard football play the way that one worked out. Nothing to the right. Hey, I'll go back to the left and pick up about 28 yards. Tenth first down for Beaver Falls here in the opening half. Trailing on the scoreboard 13-6. Kadir Thomas, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. Pitch to the left. Singleton lined up at the running back position, tripped up in the backfield by Billick, and then brought down by Argero right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So, again, they're trying to find any way possible to get Singleton the football. Maybe a gain of a half a yard on first down there for Singleton. Pistol set again. Handoff, Singleton at the running back spot again. Bakes to the outside. He's going to get dragged out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And a flag thrown earlier in the play. Looks like it's going to be a hold call coming against Beaver Falls. Tigers fans wanting a late hit as Singleton was slammed down out of bounds. I'm not going to disagree with that. Lances may have gotten away with one there. And with the penalty, there is the call for holding. That will push Beaver Falls back, and now a flag thrown on the near sideline. Sideline warning is called against Neshannock. So just a warning, but the next time it would be a 15-yard penalty. After the penalty, call it 2nd and 19. Play action. Brickner backing way up across midfield, but he's able to get away from a couple defenders. Runs into the referee and then gets sacked. Bad luck for Brickner, good luck for Neshannock. Back at the 47-yard line as he ran into the head official who was trying to get out of the way. John Dudo, referee, is part of the field and works in Neshannock's favor as it's going to be a big loss back to the 47-yard line. Loss of 8. Tough break for Brickner, who was able to get away from two rushers that were basically untouched. Now Brickner gets the play call, and with 5 seconds left on the play clock, he's going to have to take another Pontius Insurance timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Pontius Insurance be your coach. At Pontius Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Pontius Insurance online at pontiusinsurance.com.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Glad you can join us live or archived here at lcsportsnet.com and on the Triv Live High School Sports Network. The whiteout in full force here at Neshannock High School. Hey, that's Marin Haggerty. Big match for her last night as the Lancers take down previously unbeaten Laurel. 3rd and long. Brickner's going to play action, pump fake, now throwing it down the field, and jump ball is going to be picked off. Braden Huff had one earlier. Now Johnny Huff gets his 3rd of the season. It'll work just like a punt, as it was about a 30-yard pass down the field. But the Huffs getting the turnovers for Neshannock, back in business. 2:50 remaining and 2 timeouts to work with. Good job of Johnny Huff to high point that football as well. A little bit underthrown on the deep ball. Now he gets the pop pass forward on this one, tries to get to the corner, and he's nice move to get inside to the 25, to the 30, and dragged down from behind by Anthony Kozar. Good play for him coming all the way from his defensive line position. That'll go as a forward pass to the 33-yard line, a gain of 17. Looks like a run, but Ball went forward. Officially, we'll give it a pass. Man in motion is Bonner. Fake to him. Handoff up the middle. And lowering his shoulder is the little big man, but he takes the worst of it as he's flattened quite literally by Damian Lee, 5'11", 285-pound sophomore. Weaver's 10th carry of the opening half, and now down under 2 minutes. Neshannock 2 timeouts, not in a whole big of a hurry at the moment. Not in full turbo mode yet. Trips to the top of the screen. They're going to pitch to the near side, though. Weaver lowers his shoulder, gets past the 40, and spins forward to the 42-yard line. Gain of 6, it'll be 3rd down and 2. We'll see what Coach Mazzocco chooses to do. I think if they get a first down here, they'll go into more of a hurry-up mode. Answers to the line in a hurry. Fake to Huff. Fake to the running back as well. And Summerfeld's going to spin across the 45 to the 46 and pick up the first down. And now the Lancers will try to up the tempo a little bit with 1:13 left. Clock winding. DeMace at the bottom of the formation. DeVivo at the top. Summerfeld fakes the handoff. Drops back. He's going to loft one down the middle of the field. Huff behind the defense. Makes the catch with contact at the 20-yard line. Able to hang on and absorb the hit from Singleton. 34 yards. Clock stopped as they move the chains. Now they wind it. 2 timeouts still left for Neshannock as they enter the red zone. Handoff, Weaver up the middle. Gets stood up right away, but keeps the legs moving. Look at the man. Picks up 4 yards, and he's given up 100 pounds. 110 actually to Damian Lee, and he pushed him forward for a 4-yard gain. Neshannock calls their second Pontius Insurance timeout with 36 seconds left to go here in the first half. Again, coming up here at the halftime break, we'll have the Trib Live High School Sports Network halftime show. But you'll not miss a moment. The marching bands, both for the Tigers marching band and the Lancer marching band, will have their full performances for you as well here at lcsportsnet.com. Nice crowd on hand, both for the Lancers and for the Tiger faithful, making their way up from Beaver County in this big matchup. And this is a huge drive for Neshannock. Reminder, they will get the second half kickoff. So if they can punch one in here or maybe get within range for Carter DeVivo to try to put 3 more points on the board, could be huge. Huff in the slot, 3 receivers top of the formation. Furthest receiver in is Bonner. Option look to the left. They'll pitch it to Weaver, coming to the near side, and he's not going to get out of bounds. Great tackle by Tyler Kane to keep him in bounds. It'll be 3rd down. They mark at the 14-yard line, and maybe a good timeout here taken by Neshannock. Can't really spike it there. It would have been 4th down. 2 yards on that pickup, and that is the final Neshannock timeout taken with 21 seconds left to go. So right now you're calling 2 plays in the huddle most likely. You're giving a play for this 3rd and 4. Then you're also giving a play if you don't make the first down. If you do make the first down, you know you're going up there and spiking the football. We'll see what Coach Mazzocco and his staff will dial up here on 3rd down and 4. And also at the halftime break, we'll give you our first half scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Take a look at more of those out-of-town scores here across Lawrence County as the stretch run continues. Trips right, 3rd and 4. Summerfeld wasn't ready for the snap, He's able to corral it, rolling out to his right, going to throw it, and he's just going to be thrown towards the pylon in an incomplete pass. And just unfortunate there as snap was made. The line was ready for it, but none of the skill position players were. So that means on 4th and 4, it'll be a field goal attempt coming, it looks like, for Neshannock. It'll be marked at the 21-yard line. Sommerfeld to hold from the near hash. DeVivo on to attempt the extra point, the field goal. 31-yard attempt. Snap is back. Ball down, kick is up, plenty of leg. And it's good. Eight seconds remaining. A 16-6 lead on the 31-yard field goal by Carter DeVivo. Take a 30-second timeout and be back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
8 seconds remaining in the first half here at lcsportsnet.com. 31-yard field goal, the second made field goal of the year for Carter DeVivo. He'll now go back to boot it away for Neshannock. And they're going to go with a little squib kick up the middle. Takes a high hop, taking it to the 31-yard line by an up man, and swarmed immediately at the 31 is Beaver Falls. Good job to keep it out of the hands of the big returners. We'll see what Beaver Falls elects to do. Will they try for one last final play, or will they just send it to the locker room? That was Michael Altmaier made the tackle there on the return. There's the whistle for ready to play. Two receivers to the left. Brickner in the gun. He's going to roll to the left. Heave one short, caught at the 40-yard line by Singleton. Trying to make it back to the near sideline. Wrapped up by Billick, able to get away from him initially, and then finally will get dragged down after an 11-yard pickup. That's how the first half will come to an end. Neshannock trailed 6-0, leads 16-6 at the break. Right now, we'll send it out to the Trib Live High School Sports Network studios for halftime. 16-6, Neshannock over Beaver Falls here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Stretch Run Halftime Show, sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire, your local tire experts. They work hard to earn your business. They have your size tire in stock. They can install it today. All the best brands at the best tire prices. Route 51, Bell Vernon for SE Tire. Old William Penn Highway and Export for Export Tire. It is week 8 of the WPIL football season, and as we have always done and will probably continue to do these last couple of weeks, Chris Harlan, we focus in on the playoff picture.
A little different this year. Different size brackets, little different the way they're picking, not the same number of teams from the same conferences. So it takes a little bit of learning this year to figure out how it all works.
Yeah, you know what? The smoke pilfers out of the head when I start learning. So, it's not a new pope we have. It's just me trying to figure things out. All right, here we go. In 6A, 5 teams make it. It appears we know the 5. 2 are officially in, Mount Lebanon and Seneca Valley. Central Catholic, North Allegheny can clinch with wins here in week 8. Cannon McMillan looks like they're going to get in. Looks like they're going to be locked into that 5 spot. the race now appears to be a battle for third place, so you don't have to play in the first or in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and that's an important one because the top 3 teams get buys. And yeah, 2 big games: Seneca Valley, Mount Lebanon tonight, North Allegheny at Seneca Valley next week. Those will, they'll probably decide there who gets that third bye. And one other note: we still don't know where the 6A final will be played. The Denver Pill's probably going to say that sometime soon. We're going to find that out.
Secret. 5A will start in the Big East Conference. Penn Trafford has clinched. Gateway Franklin Regional in good shape. Northeast Conference here in 5A, top 4 teams make it into the postseason. Nobody has clinched from the Northeast Conference because there's 4 teams tied for first place coming into Week 8. Pine Richland, Penn Hills, North Hills, and Fox Chapel. Allegheny 6 Conference, 2 teams have clinched, Moon and Bethel Park, with Upper St. Clair oh so close.
Yeah, that Northeast Conference is interesting. Rarely this late in the year do you see a 4-way tie for first place. And the way the games fall out, I mean, you could see a 3-way tie at the end of the year with Penn Hills, North Hills, Pine Richland. That's not out of the question. So a little work for the committee, it might be, to try to sort out what order those teams get seated in, because they've all beaten, if that's the case, they would have all beaten each other head to head too.
Could have the same exact thing as we moved on to 4A and started the Big 8 Conference, depending on how these last 2 weeks play out. Could have tri-champions. Bell Vernon, McKeesport, Thomas Jefferson have all clinched. Big one going on here in Week 8 is Laurel Highlands Trinity. Laurel Highlands in with a win, Trinity in great shape if they are victorious. Greater Allegheny Conference. Now this conference takes the top 5 teams. The other 2 conferences in 4A, it's the top 4 teams. Hampton, the only team that has clinched. Armstrong in good shape. Greensburg-Salem in good shape. Plum was in good shape until the news came out earlier this week that they have to forfeit a contest. So now they're sort of in the fog coming into these final 2 weeks. Parkway Conference, Aliquippa has clinched. Beaver and Newcastle in good shape.
Yeah, what a big change that Plum having to forfeit to Mars too. I mean, that's a team that only had 1 conference win in Mars. If they get that forfeit win, now they're up to 2 wins, and they're right in that hunt still with a bunch of other teams. Everyone's at 3-2 or 2-3. Not only does it bad news for Plum, but really shakes up that conference, that forfeit loss.
Yeah, and it keeps, as you mentioned, Scott Heinauer's team alive. We'll take a look at the 3A race, the 2A race, and the Class A race when the halftime show, sponsored by Export Tire and SC Tire, continues on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Halftime here at Bob Legge Stadium. That's the Beaver Falls Fighting Tiger Marching Band under the direction of drum majors Danielle Gibson and Caitlin Glitch. A little bit of All-Star, a little bit of the Incredibles. And it was an incredible first drive for Beaver Falls in that first half. Right down the field after taking the opening kickoff. 7 plays, 71 yards. Kadir Thomas, a 4-yard touchdown run to kick off the scoring, but it was all Neshannock after that. After they go 3 and out and a 2-yard punt, Beaver Falls goes 4 and out near midfield. The Neshannock defense came up big there and then started piling on the offense. Kurt Sommerfeld on the quarterback keeper, 36 yards untouched to the house. Kick was good, made it 7-6 after Beaver Falls had missed their extra point. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. Neshannock's next possession, a 7-play drive, 88 yards on that drive. Sommerfeld again on the keeper, weaving, dicing all around the field, and then diving to the pylon for the 44-yard touchdown run, an early nominee for our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Kick was not attempted on the poor snap, was 13-6 Neshannock at that point. After teams traded interceptions on the next 3 drives, 2 thrown by Beaver Falls, 1 by Neshannock. A 31-yard field goal after the 2-minute drill drive for Neshannock, a 7-play drive. 31-yard field goal from Carter DeVivo, his second of the season, makes it 16-6 Neshannock at the halftime break. Real quick, some halftime stats. 223 total yards for Neshannock, 152 yards for Beaver Falls. For Neshannock, 172 of those yards coming on the ground. With that, we'll send it back down to the field level. The Neshannock Lancer Marching Band under the direction of Miss Kim Heim and drum major Sam Bessel out there on the field.
Our first tune peaked to number 2 on the Billboard charts and stayed on the chart for 15 consecutive weeks. Released in 2020, we hope you enjoy the Jonas Brothers' catchy tune, What a Man Gotta Do. Our next selection will feature our Lancerettes, led by seniors Kelsey Avu, McKenna Hale, Haley Harkar, and Marissa Sad. This hard rock cover was released in 1981 by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. The single was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America and was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2016. Here is I Love Rock and Roll. Originally written in 1930, this next classic has performed by several artists over the years, the most famous being the 1960 version by Ray Charles. Rolling Stone named this version the 44th greatest song of all time, featuring our seniors Victoria Conrad, Willie Fletcher, Isabella Hassan, Lillian Hunt, Rachel Kroner, Hannah Quat, Devin Mong, Jacob Pino, and Nick Zakevich, along with Lorenzo Scarnati, and conducted by senior Sam Bessel. Please enjoy Georgia on My Mind. Please give another big round of applause for our Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. The band gives a big thank you to the Neshannock School Board administration, faculty, staff, band members, and community members for their support of the music program. On behalf of the band, I'd like to wish you a great evening and go Lancers!
Need new tires in a hurry? SE Tire has your size tire in stock. Install today. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at SE Tire. We do tires and we do them right. Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
Week 8 halftime show continues on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Don Rebel and Chris Harlan going over the playoff chase. We'll keep going now. 3A, Northwestern 6 Conference, defending champion Central Valley and Avonworth. Those two teams hooking up here in Week 8. They have both clinched. Keystone Oaks, Quaker Valley, and Ambridge all controlled their own destiny. Allegheny 7 Conference in Class 3A. North Catholic has clinched. Freeport has also clinched. Deer Lake's 1 win away from clinching a playoff berth. And in the Interstate Conference in 3A, Elizabeth Forward is in. Southmoreland is close. Mount Pleasant close. South Allegheny close. It's been a while. 2012 was the last time the Gladiators made it to the postseason.
Yeah, I think Ambridge is an interesting one because earlier this year they had the longest losing streak in the WPL, longest active streak. They broke that one under first-year coach Sher McBride. Now they've got a big game tonight with Quaker Valley where if they got to win tonight, not only could they break that streak for losing, they might get in the playoffs this year. I mean, 2 wins looks like it would be enough in that conference. So a big one tonight with the Bridgers hosting the Quakers in Amber.
Amazing story. It'd be their first trip since 2015. All right, Class 2A, 4 conferences. This a little unique in that the top 4 go from 2 of the conferences. Top 3 are guaranteed from the other 2. We'll explain all that as we go along. 3 Rivers Conference is one of those where only 3 are guaranteed. Stowe Rocks is clinched. Both Western, Beaver, and Southside are close, 1 win away from earning a playoff berth. Allegheny Conference, the other one that only 3 are guaranteed. Sarah Catholic is in. Steel Valley, numerous things would have to happen for them to not to get in. Steel Valley, Sarah, big showdown next week. Allegheny Conference and the 3 Rivers Conference, one of the 4th place teams will also earn a playoff berth. That's because in the Midwestern Athletic Conference, they'll take 5 teams. Laurel, Neshannock, Beaver Falls have all clinched. And in the Century Conference, Washington, Chartiers, Houston, and McGuffey have clinched. One more team will come out of the Century.
Yeah, I think 2A really shows how the WPL changed the way it's doing conferences and playoff qualifiers and everything this year, where, before they tried to get evenly sized conferences. So the conferences would all have about the same number of teams. This year, they went away from that. Now you're seeing it, some will have 2 or 3 more teams than another, or they tried to make it more geographically friendly and said, hey, if it doesn't work, we're not going to take a team and make them go somewhere else that's not close by. We're going to just make it a bigger conference. And then they came up with a formula. Bigger conferences get more teams in the playoffs. Smaller conferences get fewer teams. It's the first time, and we'll see how it works. I think it has promise. We'll see how teams like it here as we get into the playoffs.
Yeah, the emphasis on geography in making up those instead of sending some team off on wild goose chase every road game. Making it fit, making it work, and kudos to the committee for thinking outside the box in that situation. Finally, Class A, 3 conferences, top 5 teams go, so it'll be a 15-team tournament. Big 7 conference. Cornell threatening to run away and hide with the conference championship. They have clinched a playoff berth out of the Big 7. The other teams in pretty good shape: Rochester, Shenango, Olsh, Fort Cherry. In the Eastern Conference, Clareton has clinched. Bishop Canavan has clinched. Greensburg, Central Catholic, and Leechburg close. Leechburg, that would be their first playoff team since 1988, ending the longest drought. And in the Tri-County South, West Green has clinched. Carmichael's has clinched. Mapletown, California, and Monessen looking pretty good.
Yeah, Leesburg making the playoffs could be the story of the year. It's just, like you said, 1988, the longest streak. They had the longest absence from the playoffs by 12 years. I think next closest was Brownsville for 2000. So yeah, 1988 for Leechburg. They got 2 games, Imani tonight, Greensburg Central Catholic next week. They get 1 win, like you said, and they're in. What a big win that'll be for Leechburg if they get it in the next 2 weeks.
Halftime show sponsored by SC Tire and Export Tire. Enjoy the second half here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Thank you, Don Rebel and Chris Harlan, the Trib Live High School Sports Network halftime show. Back now at Bob Bledgy Stadium. Battle for second place in the MAC Conference with just 2 weeks left to go. You heard Don and Chris talk about it. This one big for second place, potentially still first place on the line for the winner here tonight. Second half just a couple minutes away. 16-6 the score as we take a look at the standings here in the Midwestern Athletic Conference. Get you some of the score updates as well coming up. Laurel at top of the conference standings with a 5-0 perfect record. They're all over Elwood City tonight. Neshannock and Beaver Falls at 4-1 coming into tonight. Mohawk currently trailing Freedom. That's a big one for the Freedom Bulldogs. They win that one and will clinch their 5th and final spot. Interesting how the playoffs are working this year. The MAC gets 5 teams into the playoffs because they are the largest of the conferences in Class 2A. There are a couple of 6-team conferences that are only getting 3 guaranteed, and one of those 2 conferences will get a 4th as a wild card. And the Allegheny Conference, a 7-team conference, 4 of their 7 will make it into the postseason. Laurel and Neshannock next week will be a big one for sure in that contest. As especially if Neshannock holds on to this score, a 16-6 lead will be under a crazy finish potentially at the Leonard Rich Complex, where if Neshannock wins, they would get a share of the conference championship. Laurel looking for their first undefeated regular season in over 40 years. Real quick, some first half stats. We'll start with Beaver Falls. Jaron Brickner going 7 of 11 in the first half for 62 yards and 2 interceptions in that first half. Running the football, Ashbacher with 7 carries for 50 yards. Trey Singleton, 3 carries for 10 yards. He has 6 catches for 64 yards. Tigers with 152 yards of offense, but they are 1 of 5 on third downs. For the Neshannock Lancers, Kurt Sommerfeld, 51 yards passing and 97 yards rushing. 5 carries for 97 yards and those 2 rushing touchdowns to lead the way. Peyton Weaver, just another day in the office for the little big man. 75 yards on 13 carries for Peyton Weaver. Is Neshannock with 223 yards, and here's a good stat for you. 3 of 5 on third downs. Carter DeVivo with a 31-yard field goal, and that's the big one there, as it will be a Neshannock receiving the second half kickoff with the 2-possession advantage. Booted away will be Tyler Kane. Bonner and Weaver standing at the 20-yard line. Back at his 10 is Johnny Huff. Low line drive kick is going to go all the way back to Huff, taken right at the 10. Going up the middle, has a nice seam across the 30, breaks through a pair of Tiger tacklers, still on his feet, out to the 40, dragging him forward, out to the 43-yard line. A great return and great starting field position for Neshannock as we look again at their starting offense. Summerfeld, Weaver getting the job done in the backfield. Aiden Schaefer, the tight end, seeing Johnny Huff, Ronnie DeMace, Carter DeVivo, and Anthony Bonner at the wide receiver position. Landon Schaefer, Mason Manis, Michael Altmeyer, Iman Holmes, and Jackson Mazzocco are the offensive linemen that have helped the Lancers with 172 rushing yards here in the game so far. Weaver, handoff, going right edge, gets upended near the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a 3-yard pickup. Tackle on a play by Singleton coming up from his safety position. Singleton, Clark, Adamson, and Kadir Thomas in the secondary. Tyler Kane and Brooks Wall have played well at the linebacker position, as has Deshaun Anderson and Ashbacher. On the defensive line, Damian Lee filling a lot of gaps with McCoy and Anthony Kosar. Pitch to the left to Weaver. He's going to get to the edge across midfield, lowers his shoulder and gets absolutely blasted by Kadir Thomas at the 48-yard line, from 148 to the other for a 4-yard pickup. So a pair of 4-yard gains. A big third down to start the third quarter for Neshannock. Bobby Burke's in the house. Fake the handoff this time, and not much room for Summerfeld as he's gobbled up near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard. It will be 4th and 1. As no one fooled on the quarterback keeper that time, and Summerfeld a little bit limp as he goes to the sideline to get this 4th down play call from Coach Mazzocco. It's a full yard to go for Neshannock. Tight end Schaefer is in the slot at the top of the formation. Weaver to the left of Summerfeld. He'll get the handoff up the middle, first down across the 45, down to the 42-yard line. A big conversion for Neshannock, and they'll extend the drive. Needed 2, picked up 5 on the 16th carry of the evening for Peyton Weaver. Fresh set of downs. Huff, the receiver in the slot. Handoff up the gut for Weaver. Puts a hand on the back of the lineman in front of him, and not much room. Falls forward just across the 40-yard line for a short gain of 1 yard. That Union Burgettstown score big, tied at half between the Scotties and the Blue Devils. Union needs to win that game to keep their playoff hopes alive, and they have led in the last 4 games in the second half, but have lost all 4 of those conference clashes. Trips right on 2nd and 9. Fake handoff. No, they did give the handoff, and Summerfeld's made a lot of correct reads. That one not the right one, as McCoy and company is going to hit Weaver in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Summerfeld gets the call, still 20 on the play clock as he gets into the huddle. 7th play of this opening drive of the second half. DeMace, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. You see the trips at the top. Snap back. They will hand it off up the middle for Weaver. He gets upended by a pair of defenders. Bricks Rawl in there to make the stick. Falls forward to the 36-yard line. A conservative play to get a 4th and manageable, but now a whistle as a player down on the field. It's Iman Holmes down on the turf being tended to by the Lancer training staff. Weaver now 19 carries for 93 yards. He has 6 carries on this opening drive of the second half alone, but last thing you want to see is the player injured down on the field. Try to get you some other scores. They're going across the bottom of the screen. That's our scrolling scoreboard, also with the new Jumbotron here at Bob Bledgy Stadium. Nice little addition, and big shout out to Aaron Vigiano and the entire staff here at Neshannock for getting that up and running here for tonight's game. And getting up to his feet, but putting no weight whatsoever right now on that left leg is Iman Holmes. He'll make his way slowly to the sideline. The senior guard, one of the 7 seniors that were honored on the football field here this evening for Neshannock. Fourth and 5. Lancers offense out there on the field. Dropping back is Summerfeld. Pumps, now goes down the seam, has Ionelli open! Caught at the 10-yard line. Down to the 5. What an adjustment in the air for Matt Ionelli, listed as a running back out of the slot, and makes the big catch for a 31-yard gain and another Lancer first down. So 0 for 2 on third downs in the second half. But they get 2 fourth down conversions. Ionelli stays in there at the running back position now. Up the middle is the Bruiser. Spins out of a couple tackles. Gets inside the 5. Down to the 4 for a gain of 2. That's his first carry of the evening. He'll check out. Weaver will check back in. 10th play of the drive upcoming. Mark it at the 4. To Mason Huff to the bottom of the screen, as is the tight end Schaefer. Snap, fake the handoff, up the middle goes Sommerfeld, diving for the end zone. Make it a trio of touchdowns for the Lancer QB. This one from 4 yards out. He's over the century mark. And Neshannock with a 10-play scoring drive to begin the second half. DeVivo on to attempt the extra point. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it splits the uprights. Long scoring drive for Neshannock to start the second half. They lead 23-6 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Ten-play, 56-yard scoring drive. Kurt Sommerfeld his 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening. DeVivo to boot it away. Taken at the 18-yard line. That's Ashbacher, and he's not going to get very far, out to about the 27-yard line before a swarm of red jerseys in there to make the tackle, and in amongst them, there he is, number 31, Peyton Weaver. Done a little bit of everything for this Lancer team. Last year, how about this? Peyton Weaver listed as a running back. Injuries on the offensive line. He moved to the lineman position for a good chunk of the season. He's listed last year at about 150 pounds playing on the offensive line, and guess what? You wouldn't know it. Beaver Falls now their first offensive possession of the second half. Jet sweep for Singleton, his 4th carry of the game. Tries to get to the corner, and he's going to be dragged, not down. He's able to keep his feet and go out of bounds. Huff ushers him there. That's Braden Huff. Both he and Johnny with an interception in the first half. Gain of 3 yards on first down. Singleton, 6 catches for 64 yards in that first half. Four carries. He's been held pretty much in check on the ground game here this evening. 7 seconds on the play clock as Beaver Falls hustles up to the line. Handoff. Singleton lined up at the running back position, and a more natural run looked there. Up the gut, right down Broadway, out to the 45, make it the 46 for a 14-yard gain. See if Beaver Falls elects to put Singleton a little bit more speed and shiftiness in the backfield. Try to open up this rushing attack. Correction, that was Quentin Adamson, number 5, who had that carry. Singleton again out to the top of the formation. Adamson again on the handoff, and he's hit by the other number 5, Jackson Billick. Right up the A-gap for a loss. Loss of 3 on the play. Officially a loss of 3. we hit the midway point of this third quarter. Both these teams looking to keep their conference championship hopes alive. Ashbacher back in the backfield, throwing down the far sideline behind the defense. It's going to be out of the reach of the intended target, but there is a flag on the play, and I think they're going to get Braden Huff as they try the double move. He's going to get called for pass interference. Now, the question is, are they going to say interference, the ball was in the air, or maybe did he grab a hold of the jersey for a defensive holding call? While we wait to see the call, remind you to call ahead and reserve your seat out the crane room for after the game. It's just a few minutes up the road here from Neshannock High School. Defensive holding is the call. Or you can call ahead right now and place your order for takeout or curbside pickup. Call them at 724-656-1553 or visit craneroom.com to see your full menu. Dinner, homemade desserts, maybe even a crowler to go. All waiting for you at the crane room. So it was defensive holding, 10 yards from the previous spot. Remains second down, no automatic first downs in the high school game, except for personal foul penalties. Ashbacher breaks out towards the outside on the far side, spins away from a tackler, gets across the 40 before he's slung down at the 35. Nice pickup. They'll mark it back at the 37, actually, for a 10-yard gain. Ashbacher now with unofficially 8 carries for 60 yards. Coach Nick Nardone, his 5th year at the helm of Beaver Falls. His first year, 1-8 was the record. Since then, though, some impressive seasons. Actually, last week, his 50th game as head coach of Beaver Falls. Brickner drops back. He's going to loft one towards the near sideline, and it's going to be caught. But a big hit put on by Johnny Huff. Great catch by Tyler Kane to hold on to that one. As right as the ball got there, so did number 14. Kane's first catch, 2 yards on the completion. Clock now approaching the 4-minute spot here to go in quarter number 3. Beaver Falls scored on their opening possession, but since then, turnover on downs, the end of the first half, a punt and 2 interceptions on their other drives. 2 men in the backfield here, and on the hard count, Neshannock a little bit too antsy. Pat Argero entered the neutral zone. Six penalties for 45 yards now against the Lancers. Makes it 2nd and 3 as Beaver Falls about to run their 6th play of the drive. Shout out to Mr. Limone listening in from down on the beach. He'll be back with us next week for WPIAL volleyball action as the postseason gets underway. Adamson in the backfield sidecar right now goes back into the pistol. Man in motion across the formation. They're going to pitch to Adamson coming near side. Good job to cut inside around one defender, and he'll get inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. A lot of pushing and shoving at the end of that play, and Bricks Rawl having to be held back by Anthony Kozar as he was entangled, looked like with Johnny Huff at the end of that play. Nonetheless, ball down to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards, another first down. Getting up to the line, and they took too long. It'll be a timeout called, another Pontius Insurance timeout. First of the second half for Beaver Falls. check out pontiusinsurance.com. Give Dan a call or visit them online at Pontius Insurance. They put the attention into things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Want you to love the life you live worry-free. Also give a shout out to our friends at Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. And also thanks to Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty. Visit all their current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. Taking a look at the Beaver Falls Marching Band there on the far sideline. Their team trailing 23-6, but keeping the spirits alive here late in the third quarter. First score in that Union game now on the board. The Blue Devils leading 6-0 over the Scotties. Out of the timeout, it's 1st and 10. Hard count and another offsides call. Beaver Falls, 3 penalties for 26 yards. That was the 7th penalty against Neshannock for 50. So 1st and 5 now. Singleton, the man in motion, fake to him. They're going to throw it to him now in the flat, but it's going to one-hop him, incomplete on the pass as Ionilli was all in the face of the quarterback. Clock winding down. Beaver Falls, after that penalty, though, has entered the red zone. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone Sports on Wilmington Road in Neshannock. All your custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Anything you want, you can get at the Red Zone. 2nd and 5. Again, Singleton in motion. He'll get the carry. Patience trying to get to the corner. Strung out well by the Lancer defense, and then here comes the help. Jackery Bradybird was the lead blocker on that far side, but good job of the Lancer defense to string it out. Palorino and Billick doing the duties, and Bonner, Sommerfeld and company all coming to wrap it up. Two yards on that carry for Singleton. 9th play of the drive coming for Beaver Falls. The 2 drives here for the teams to start the second half, taking up most of this third quarter. Fake the handoff. Keep Brickner. Left end. 1st down. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. Dragging tackles. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. I think Beaver Falls fell back on top of it. They did. It was Thomas Tutwiler who fell on it. Brickner on the 12-yard carry, though, his first carry of the second half. And a huge 3rd down conversion. 1st and goal. Ball marked right at the 5-yard line. Brickner with Bricks Rawl to his right. They'll run it that way on the jet sweep action, trying to get to the corner. Good hesitation, and he'll walk in for his 2nd score of the game, Will Kadir Thomas. Their bread and butter from that distance. He puts it in for his 2nd score of the game, 23-12. It'll be interesting here. Will the Tigers put the extra point team out there? Really not much of a difference between 10 points and 9 points. It looks like they will keep most of the offense on the field. Only 10 out there. Here comes 11. The quarterback, Brickner, getting the call from the sideline. 10-play scoring drive for Beaver Falls. 2nd touchdown run of the game for Kadir Thomas. He's at the top of the formation on this 2-point conversion. Rolling to his left, they're going to throw that way, and it's going to be caught. Actually, that was Singleton up there on the conversion. Makes it 23-14, just over a minute to play in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. Danny of a finish coming your way on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Neshannock had a 10-play, 56-yard drive to start the second half. Beaver Falls just answered with a 10-play, 72-yard drive. Cut to a 9-point game. On the kickoff return is Johnny Huff. Bounced off a couple of tacklers, nearly had a hole in front of him, but able to hold on was Italian Beauford. The sophomore makes the tackle, and we're now under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Beaver Falls bookend touchdowns in this game. Kadir Thomas got it started with a 4-yard run, a 5-yard run right there, though, to cut this lead down to 9. Neshannock with a 3-point field goal, like they all are, James, from Carter DeVivo, as well as 3 touchdown runs for the quarterback, Kurt Sommerfeld. He's in the gun. To his right is Weaver. Handoff for his 20th carry of the game. Not much room on this one. Falls forward, maybe a gain of a yard. Mind you, coming up after the game, we'll have the Tri-County Principals post-game show where we'll announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Remember, all high school student athletes during your sports season, just $25 for a visit to their office. Get you an adjustment and any or all therapies deemed necessary. For full details, visit MaleyChiropractic.com and let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Handoff, getting to the edge is Weaver. Ducks a couple of tackles, breaks to the outside, across midfield, center step, and then goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Waited till the last second to make that handoff was Sommerfeld. Weaver, the speed to get to the corner. 15 and 13, 28-yard pickup. He's now over the century mark. Likely the last play of the third quarter. This time Inilli in there, up the middle, not much room. A gain of 1. And that's how your third quarter will come to an end. Teams will switch sides, 4 fingers up in the air. And we're going to keep it right here with the Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. Give you a little tunes from the marching band. And just like that, we're ready for quarter number 4, thanks to the Lancer Marching Band. Handoff up the middle for Weaver, tries to bounce it back to the far sideline. Upended after a short pickup. Third down coming up, 4 down territory likely here for Neshannock. Third down, 7 to go. Three receivers set. Weaver to the right of Summerfeld. Fake the handoff. Summerfeld rolling to his right, trying to get to the corner. Had to get around Aschenbach, getting chased from behind, able to avoid him. Gets to the 35, throw on the run, right near the line of scrimmage, and it goes right off the dome of the tight end Schaefer. He was ready to throw a block, and he saw a big football coming right at his face. Lancers now 0 of 3 on third downs in the second half. They converted on fourth downs, though, on each of the previous 2 misfires. Lancers will go for it in no man's land at the 33-yard line. Fourth down and a long 6 to go. Huff in motion, whistle. Timeout, Neshannock. Pontius Insurance timeout. Called by the Lancers. Pontius Insurance.com. Love the life you live, worry-free. Cheerleaders getting their photo taken. Senior night. Now with the entire student section filling in behind him as well for a cool little photo op here at senior night at Neshannock High School. And those just joining us, the passing of Bob Bledgy last night, a solemn tone during pregame festivities, a nice montage and a nice sentiment for Bob Bledgy. Over 50 years as coach, principal, athletic director, all of the above here at Neshannock High School. Field dedicated to him. Some of his family here tonight, the rest watching at home. Our thoughts and prayers again with the Bledgy family, and that's what an inspiration he has been for this Neshannock community. Fourth down, 7 to go. Fake the handoff. Summerfeld loft over the middle, caught by Schaefer after he missed on the last one, up and over the defender to make the catch. That ball held up in the air forever, it felt like. But coming down with it for another third down conversion. That also keeps the clock moving. And Lancers with a 2-score lead, trying to extend upon that. Man in motion, fake to him, up the middle, goes Weaver, gets tripped up at the 20-yard line, but the Lancers into the red zone. Sean Anderson on the tackle. Lancers in the red zone yet again. Make sure you check out all the custom apparel, including Steelers gear, Westminster College gear, all 8 high schools in Lawrence County, anything you could possibly want. Mark and Andrea Kaiser at the red zone certainly have it. 3-yard carry for Weaver. Off the motion man, fake to him, fake to the running back, keeper for Summerfeld, and he's going to be tripped up near the line of scrimmage. Tyler Kane on the stop, pickup of 2. Third down coming, 3rd and 5, and again, I think this is probably 4-down territory. Summerfeld now with 8 carries, 104 yards, also 94 yards in the air for the senior quarterback. Full house backfield, first time we've seen that in the full house pistol. They'll bring Weaver in motion now as a tight end. Handoff Jackson Billick, his first carry, and it's going nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Beaver Falls not fooled. Tenth play of the drive, offense still out there. It would be about a 35-yard kick. DeVivo definitely had the leg for it on the last one. 9-point advantage versus a 12-point advantage, not much of a difference. They'll keep the offense on the field. 8 seconds on the play clock. Trips to the top of the screen. Sommerfeld drops back. Throws in the out pattern, and it's going to be out of reach of Johnny Huff. Another 10-play drive, but this one resulting with no points on the board. Beaver Falls will take over at their own 18-yard line. Want to remind you, some of pictures from tonight's game will be available for you to view on our website, thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. There's nothing better than that perfect captured moment, whether it's the perfect dig, crossing the goal line, the slide in the home plate. Heather Walzer wants to give you something for your wall. Check out select images from tonight's game on social media and on our website at lcsportsnet.com, and find her on Facebook. Search Something for Your Wall. Brickner drops back, flushed out of the pocket. Lefty throws on the run, and it's going to be just high and out of range of Makai Clark. Tight coverage on that far sideline by Johnny Huff. Now 8 of 14 passing is Brickner. Ball at the 18-yard line, 2nd and 10 coming. Beaver Falls trailing by 2 scores. 3 seconds on the play clock. Beaver Falls able to get it off just in time. Turn, handoff up the middle. Able to break off a tackle as Adamson coming near sideline. He's got the first down, tiptoes out of bounds at the 33 for a gain of 15. Adamson, 4 carries now in the second half, making the most of them. Four carries for 32 yards, and again, all coming here in the second half of play. Tight formation here for the Tigers. Singleton, the top of the screen. Man in motion, Thomas. He has 2 touchdown runs on the day. He gets that jet sweep, cuts inside, breaks off of a tackle from Billick, breaks away from another tackler. That's Huff. Still going down the far sideline before he goes out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Momentum maybe shifting to the orange and black on the far side of the field. They'll say he stepped out at the 46. Still a first down. Another tight set. Little connection in the backfield on the collision between Clark and the running back. Keeper from Brickner, gain of 1. They do give a 1-yard pickup. Now at this point, you got to wonder, when does the clock become an issue? 7.5 minutes to play. Beaver Falls still needing 2 scores. Not in a huge hurry at the moment. Play action, rolling left, throw down the near sideline. Man open, Singleton caught at the 30-yard line and out of bounds at the 26. Big pickup down the field for a first down. 3 and 24 is a 27-yard completion. 7 catches, 91 yards now for Singleton on the evening. Hand off Thomas. Jet sweep trying to get to the corner. Combination block really sealing the edge, and a good run from Thomas with the patience to get down close to the 20. Gain of 5. Beaver Falls doing a lot of work on the ground here in the second half. Have only attempted 4 passes. That long one, though, to Singleton. Putting him on the edge of the red zone. Play action to Singleton, this time on a jet sweep. Brickner throwing it down the field over the middle. Jump ball, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended target. Kadir Thomas almost came down with it for his 3rd score of the game. Went through the hands of Anthony Bonner on the way in as well. Ball is kind of fluttered up in the air. Clock now stops with 6.5 minutes remaining. Bob Burks, Luca Passarelli behind us, checking out the scenery here at Neshannock High School at Lawrence County SportsNet. Powered by LCAP. Glad to have you here at lcsportsnet.com. Big 3rd down upcoming. 3rd and 6. Man in motion. Fake him to him is Singleton. Up the middle goes Brickner. Flag thrown at the snap. It's going to be a 1st down for now. And there's a flag at the end of the play as Sommerfeld gave a little bit of an extra toss. He tried to let Brickner go, and as a result, the quarterback goes to the ground. And it's tough because as a defender, what are you supposed to do? You get to the sideline, you let him go, but all the momentum means that the player ends up getting tossed 4 or 5 yards out of bounds, and really the official doesn't have much choice but to throw the flag at that time. So there's the illegal shift penalty at the snap. And then after the play, the late hit out of bounds against Neshannock. So they should mark off the 5-yard penalty backwards first, then the 15-yard penalty forwards, and that'll be enough for a Beaver Falls 1st down. Eight penalties for 65 yards now against Neshannock. And Beaver Falls with that penalty enters the red zone yet again. Tight formation. Kind of a single wing look. With the running back in front of the quarterback, Brickner. Man in motion, fake to him. Keeper for Brickner coming near side. Blockers in front, lowers his shoulder. Still fighting inside the 5, dragging tacklers down to the 3-yard line, right near the 1st down sticks. And it looks like that, depending on the mark, should be enough for a Tigers 1st down. Now they mark it just short, so credit 9 yards to Brickner on his 8th carry of the evening. 8th play of the drive coming. Thomas trying for a 3rd time. Can he get to the corner? No, he cuts inside, and he's in for the 3rd time this evening. Kadir Thomas, touchdowns 5, 6, and 7 on the season. This is bread and butter when they get down close to the goal line. Kurt Sommerfeld with 3 touchdowns for Neshannock. Kadir Thomas with 3 touchdowns for Beaver Falls. It's a 3-point game. And Tigers appear like they're going to go for 2. 2-minute, 56-second drive. 3 on the play clock. Beaver Falls able to get off just in time. Brickner on the quick slant, wide open, and Singleton for the easy conversion. Lead down to 1 here from Neshannock High School. Don't go anywhere. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone.
Deep kick taken at the 7-yard line by Huff. Patience, not much room, now hesitates, tries to fall forward, finally does. There's a flag thrown about 30 yards by one of the officials. Kickoff out to the 23-yard line, but we'll see about the penalty. While they sort it out, remind you again, coming back to the game, we'll give you our LCAP player of the game. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, dedicated to enhancing the quality of life within Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty by directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-sufficiency. Penalty against Neshannock on the return will back them up inside their own 20. They'll mark it 10 yards from the end of the run, so ball at the 13. Handoff up the middle. Weaver, not much room up the gut for him here in the second half, though he keeps the legs churning. Gets out to the 15-yard line for a 2-yard pickup. Two timeouts remaining for Beaver Falls, all 3 for Neshannock, and a timeout on the field for a cramping Tiger. It's Anthony Kozar getting some help from fellow senior Tyler Kane. Special thanks to all of our sponsors here again on the Lawrence County SportsNet. You see the up-close and personal view of the Neshannock sideline, the Bob Bledgy Memorial stickers there on the helmets, decals for Neshannock for their game here tonight at Bob Bledgy Stadium. Name dedicated back in 2009. Trying to work the cramp. Now most assume cramping. They got it. Most assume the cramping comes just with the hot weather, but when you're used to the warm temperatures and now the very mild night, feels a lot colder than that. A beautiful evening, the near full moon horizon as well. 50 degrees at kickoff tonight, continuing to drop into the mid to low 40s. Beautiful fall evening for football. Fake the handoff, will pitch it to Huff on the reverse. One man to beat, and staying home and making a great open field tackle is Quentin Adamson. And the one thing you got to say here with that play too, keep an eye on that. You had a full 40 seconds on the play clock. Neshannock snapped that with about 35 seconds left. Or the clock could become a factor. Let's see if that one might come back to haunt the Lancers. Gain of 1 on that play for Huff. 3rd and long. Lancers are 0 of 4 on 3rd downs in the second half. Sommerfeld rolls right, being chased from behind. In trouble. He's going to throw on the run, and it's not going to be anybody available. It'll be a 3 and out for Neshannock. The punt team will come out onto the field. Ionelli will boot it away. Singleton awaiting the kick around the 40, 45-yard line of Neshannock. Formation shift. And the official said somebody on the line shifted as well. Somebody on the line must have moved. Pushes Neshannock even further back. Penalties becoming the storyline here. 8 for 80 yards, and now Ionelli will have to boot this from the red of his end zone. Snap back. Much better punt this time than his first one. It bounces at the 35-yard line, takes a Lancer bounce out to the 42, but with just under 4 minutes to play, Beaver Falls with a chance to go down the field late in the game for what would be a game-winning drive. Tight formation, Beaver Falls, 2 touchdowns on each of their 2 drives here in the second half. Bobbled snap, Brickner will keep it, trying to come near side, got a big hole, across the 40, down to inside the 35. Mark it at the 34. Brickner for 8 yards. Brickner now with 9 carries for 49 yards on the evening for the quarterback. Thomas the motion man, he'll get the handoff. His 7th carry of the night. Again, patience, but this time gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. Sommerfeld, Ionelli in there on the tackle. And now Thomas, slow to get up. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Timeout on the field. Special thanks to our friends at Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George. At LGKG, we try cases and insurance companies know it. Visit them online at lgkg.com for your free consultation. And again, reminder coming up next week on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Some playoff volleyball action coming your way. And then Friday Night Lights will be out at Laurel for the finale between Neshannock and the undefeated Spartans. Depending on outcomes tonight, believe we will be heading down to the pit. Newcastle leading Chartiers Valley in the 4th quarter. They'll be heading to Aliquippa next week. We'll have our cameras down there at Ash Memorial Stadium for that one as well. Stay tuned for all those schedule updates at lcsportsnet.com. And, of course, follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. The handle at LCSportsNet. Laurel on their way to making it 9-0 overall tonight. They're all over Elwood City in Class 2A. Mohawk and Freedom in that battle for 4th place. Mohawk can lock up 4th place with a win tonight, and actually still would have a shot at getting up into 3rd place depending on outcomes next week. Wildcat set up here. Singleton with a couple blockers to his right, student body to the right on 3rd and 2. He's going to get wrapped up by Huff at the line of scrimmage and driven all the way back. Huff and Billick make the stop. They'll give him forward progress for a gain of 1. 4th down and 1 coming. Biggest play of the game. Coming your way with just under 3 to play. Crowd gets loud. Brickner back in the gun, same formation. Whistle, flag. I think there's movement on the far side. No, they're saying Palorino lined up in the neutral zone. A free set of downs coming for Beaver Falls. Neshannock lined up in the neutral zone. Free set of downs for Beaver Falls. Clock running at 2:20 to go. Power set again for Brickner. Now he brings one of his blockers, Thad Smith, to the left. Right up the gut goes Brickner. Flag thrown right into the middle of that pile. Right now it's a gain of 3 or 4. The clock stops with just over 2 minutes left. And this one, from the looks of it, where that flag is thrown, likely going backwards. Give officially a 1-yard gain for Brickner on the carry. And then the 10-yard holding penalty. Back to the 35. Crowd getting loud here at Bob Ledgy Stadium. 1st and long. Dropping back is Brickner. Now rolling to his right, has some space in front of him. He's drilled by Weaver as he throws. Man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver Falls. Makai Clark. The 35-yard touchdown catch, his first reception of the evening, goes for the touchdown. Beaver Falls, again, will look to go for 2. Brickner, the only man in the backfield on the conversion. Fake the jet sweep up the middle, dragging forward, and the Lancers kept him out. A big stop on the conversion keeps it a 5-point game. 1:36 left to go. Neshannock will have 2 timeouts to work with, but they trail by 5 here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
35 yards on that touchdown pass from Jaron Brickner to Makai Clark. And now we'll see what Neshannock has for a 2-minute drill. Again, 2 timeouts remaining for the Lancers. Starts with a potential of a big return here. Johnny Huff standing at his 10. He'll take it at the 11. Goes up the middle. It's Summerfeld actually on the return. Gets out close to the 30 before he's gobbled up. Mark it at the 27-yard line. The Neshannock band going to try to get the Lancers fired up. Again, 2 timeouts remaining and a minute 29 to work with. 73 yards away, senior quarterback Kurt Summerfeld trots out onto the field. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. Will likely have to go more to the air here. He will on first down. Steps up into the pocket. Scrambling out to his right, and he'll wisely just get out of bounds. Can't just throw it away in high school football into the stands like you can in college or pros. Smart play by the senior. Even though it is a 5-yard loss, he'll gladly take that to stop the clock. Since Emon Holmes has gone out of this game, Beaver Falls has really had a lot of success both on the offensive and defensive front sevens. Handoff for Weaver. Not much room. Tries to bounce to the outside. Stumbles a bit. Gets out past the 25 before he is driven backwards, back towards the original line of scrimmage. 5-yard gain. Timeout called by Neshannock. Pontius Insurance timeout. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Down to a minute 12 remaining. I think this is a timeout not only to stop the clock, but also maybe to draw up a play. You get a close-up view of that Neshannock huddle. Gives us one last chance to remind you about the WPIAL food drive that ends tomorrow. Go to pittsburghfoodbank.org/WPIAL for more information on how you can donate and help your school potentially win the award for the most food and most money donated. Out of the timeout, 3rd down, 10 to go. Summerfeld in the gun, drops back. Going to throw on the run, wheel route, looking for Ionelli, and it's going to be out of bounds. Ionelli actually had gone out of bounds during the course of the play. He wouldn't have been eligible to catch it anyway. Now Neshannock potentially down to their last chance. Two receivers each way, 4th down and 10. Summerfeld with Ionelli to his right. Kurt drops back. Now it's a step up in the pocket, getting chased from behind, and they got him on the sack. Aschenbaugh with the sack, and they're going to say he was down. Ball came loose, doesn't matter. Sack from Aschbacher. Turnover on downs with less than a minute to play. And that one's going to about do it. Neshannock, nigh unbeatable at home in conference games, 33-3 in the Coach Mazzocco era. But after a couple of kneel downs here, it will be their 3rd loss at home in conference play in the last 2 seasons. And again, you have to say, a lot changed when Emon Holmes went out of this contest late in the first half. The running game just not nearly as successful, and Beaver Falls taking advantage, especially on defense. Emon Holmes, the nose tackle, not been in there since suffering an ankle injury late in that first half. 59 seconds to go after Beaver Falls called that Pontius Insurance timeout. All it will take is 2 or 3 kneel downs, and this one will come to an end. Beaver Falls will host Riverside on senior night next week. Still a chance at a conference championship. Under center is Brickner. He'll take the 2-yard loss. We'll have to do it one more time. Will be 2 more times as Neshannock takes their final timeout of the night. Gutsy effort from Neshannock, but they're going to come up just short here this evening. Neshannock led 23-6 after the opening drive of the second half, but Beaver Falls has had 3 second-half possessions, all resulting in touchdowns. Brickner under center for the kneel down. They'll have to do it one more time. Neshannock will fall to 4-2 in the Midwestern Conference. Beaver Falls at 5-1, 1 game out of first place. Neshannock still a big one left for seeding purposes next week against the Spartans. And there's the final kneel. Coach Nardone's Beaver Falls Tigers. They scored 22 unanswered in the second half and come out victorious on the road, 28-23. Over the Lancers. We'll be back in a moment to recap it on the Tri-County Principals postgame show right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park, Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Back here from Bob Ledgy Stadium for our Tri-County Principals post-game show. Beaver Falls victorious on the road, 28-23. 22 unanswered points scored by the Tigers in the second half. Touchdowns on all 3 of their drives before the final kneel-downs. Beaver Falls now at 5-1 in conference play. Neshannock now at 4-2, second and third place respectively in the Midwestern Athletic Conference. Let's go over the Joseph's Marketplace scoring recap real quick before we get out to our post-game awards. Kadir Thomas, first of 3 touchdown runs for the wide receiver on the jet sweeps. Kadir Thomas, the senior wideout, from 4 yards out on the opening drive of the game, made it 6-0 after the kick was no good. After a bad punt and then a turnover on downs committed by Beaver Falls, a Kurt Sommerfeld 36-yard touchdown run, first of his 3 touchdowns of the game, made it 7-6 in Neshannock at the end of the first quarter. He got his second touchdown run on their next possession, a 44-yard keeper, one of the better plays that you will see in the game. Actually, get back to that one in a moment. Made it 13-6, and then a 2-minute drill down the field. Neshannock able to boot in a 31-yard field goal for Carter DeVivo, making it 16-6 at the halftime break. Neshannock would also receive the opening kickoff of the second half, go right down the field in 10 plays. Sommerfeld, his third touchdown run of the game, this one from 4 yards out, made it 23-6 Neshannock. But then Beaver Falls, the next 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Kadir Thomas from 5 yards, Kadir Thomas from 4 yards, and then the last one actually in the air with just 1:36 left to go. Jaron Brickner to Makai Clark from 35 yards out for the winning score, 28-23. Beaver Falls over Neshannock. Brickner, 50 yards on the ground, 126 yards and a touchdown in the air. Isaiah Achbacher with 60 yards rushing. Kadir Thomas, 7 carries for 42 yards and those 3 touchdowns. Trey Singleton, 7 catches, 91 yards for Beaver Falls. 3 touchdown runs for Kadir Thomas of Beaver Falls. He is our LCAP Player of the Game. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game award to Kadir Thomas of Beaver Falls. Kadir will be given a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's Player of the Game. You can view the full list of the players of the game by going online to lcsportsnet.com and clicking on Player of the Game. Kadir Thomas, our LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, changing lives. There we go. Get the LCAP shirt up there, Mr. Thomas. Congratulations to him. His Beaver Falls Tigers victorious. Final score of 28-23. We got one more award to give out for the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Beaver Falls Tigers out there celebrating the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award tonight. Going Mr. Tyler Kane of Beaver Falls. Maley Chiropractic and LC SportsNet proud to honor Tyler Kane for tonight's Play of the Game award. You saw he just received the customized t-shirt courtesy of Maley Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game award. To view all the plays of the game, go to lcsportsnet.com. Congratulations, Tyler Kane, the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Special thanks to our entire crew here this evening. Dom Summers along with Robbie Nattel getting some FaceTime out there. Also running the cameras, Joe Morozek, as well as Christian Cassie, Rachel Bowen as well. Producing Aaron Vigiano and Brad Schaefer. I'm James Dotson for the entire Lawrence County SportsNet crew, signing off here from Bob Bledgy Stadium. Final score one last time, Beaver Falls 28, Neshannock 23. Thanks for tuning in live or archived at lcsportsnet.com, the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.